Hi devs, welcome to the first tutorial of Upwork Series. In this series we are going to work on real-world applications, but before we go on I want to introduce you my brand new YouTube channel, which is Reverse Python. So what's the main difference of this channel from others? I'm trying to show you real-world applications instead of just simple tutorials, because complex projects will increase your algorithmic thinking and problem-solving skills. So you have to always challenge your brain in order for it to grow. This is why choosing a complex is so beneficial. It engages your brain to learn something new and offers the chance to improve. Alright, enough talking, let's start. Our task is to create a web crawler which will scrape data daily from the report page of transportation company. First, it's important to understand the task clearly. They want from us to scrape data, then save it in CSV file, where each attribute lists above its own separate column. Report pages can be accessed by dots or with other name IDs. Each page has its own ID, so these dots are located in Excel file. We have to read this file and extract dots from there, then pass it into URL to access the report page. Great, so let's create our virtual environment, then inspect elements that we are going to crawl. Install BeautifulSoup, which is a Python package for parsing HTML and XML documents, and XLRD, which is library for reading data and formatting information from Excel files. Alright then devs, let's start with opening the example URL from the project description so we can see the fields. Our first target field is date. Unfortunately, we can't crawl this element by specific class name or ID, but we can see that this element is in bold format, so we can crawl all bold elements as text and use regex to extract the data we need. Regex, or regular expression, is a special sequence of characters that helps you match or find other strings or sets of strings, using a specialized syntax held in a pattern. Header indicating the request was being sent from the Firefox web browser. It's preventing us from forbidden error. So basically the code above will send a request and read the report page that is enclosed in response to the request. We now will use the Python library BeautifulSoup to store and parse through the HTML document of the web page. The first step for this will be to run the HTML document through BeautifulSoup in order to get BeautifulSoup object which we'll be able to parse. Since we want to read through all of bold elements, this can be done very easily by using the BeautifulSoup's find all method to find all the results matching the description. It will store the results in an iteratable containers list, and finally we are iterating over that list to find the match or actually date field using regex. So if you run the program, you will see it's printing the date. Let me quickly show you how regex works, because I feel some of you trying to understand. As you see, match is found, but it's printed like object, so we are using group method to capture the text matched by the regex inside this object. So I'm applying the same logic to find the date inside string that I crawled. The next step is to find a table and continue to crawl other fields. The table locates between center tags. However, we have to find data again using regex because the table elements have no any special attribute. the data crawled successfully. Now it's time to write this data into CSV files. I prefer to create another function which will handle this action. CSV names must be unique, so it's better to name these files with its ID or US address of report page from crawled data. The final step is to read Excel file and pass these dots end of the URL to access the page. We can use XLRD to read Excel file. XLRD will read numbers or dots as float, so the best solution is to convert them to string and use replace method to remove .0 end of the string and pass these dots into URL. And that's it for today. I hope you liked the first video of the new Upwork series. The job offer is still open, so if you want you can send a proposal to the client using this code. Please take a look Reverse Python webpage to find post version of this tutorial. I will put link in description, and please subscribe for more tutorials like this. See you soon devs, stay connected.